Welcome to the Gary Abbott YouTube channel. This is going to be a little bit different. This is kind of a ride along in the golf cart, couple of aerial shots, but I want to talk about how Wellpoint is the hot spot right at the moment for people purchasing. And I'm going to explain why. But here is the Wellpoint Recreational Facility. This will become a highlight as I show some maps and just get your orientation to where this is. It's along McNeil Drive. That's the road over to the right. And the pool is open. People are in the pool. People go there for the recreational, facility, the shuffleboard and the other stuff that are out here. But that's not really the point. There are two sides to Wellpoint. I'm going to say north of McNeil Drive and south of McNeil Drive. And let's just take a look here. Before we leave here, I wanted to show you something that's really important, and I'm going to show you a map. And there we are. Where the arrow is where we are. And McNeil Drive rides along, and you can see there's north of McNeil Drive and south of McNeil Drive. And south of McNeil Drive is the Woodlands Golf Course. This is the hot spot. Everybody wants to be along the golf course. I'm sure these are going to be kind of put your name in, and if you get drawn, then you get the lot. But this is really what people are looking for. Wellpoint is a well-insulated. It's not near power lines. It's not near the highway. It's not near Route 301. And it's somewhat close to Eastport. So I'm going to drive out here and go and just get back on McNeil Drive, heading west. Now, Street of Dreams is over here. I didn't realize that they were making another Street of Dreams, which are model homes for people to look at. But now getting how many houses are going to be built on the southern side of the Wellpoint over here by Woodlands Championship Golf Course. And I'm pointing this out because see this little house, you can see it. This is what the house is now on the right side. I shot this above shot so you could kind of see where the golf course is. The roads are laid out here pretty good for the lots. So we're not far from the villages really totally building around and along this. This is a bigger area. This is probably as long as the northern part above McNeil Drive, but runs, towards, I'm going to say the southeast. But now I'm going back on, and I left this in here. I was going south, and I just wanted to kind of make sure again, you kind of see where we were. This is really the area that's out here, and you can see some people are out here looking at lots. So if you're interested in the villages and wondering what's hot, it's this area. It's this south of McNeil Drive. All of these homes will be coming on the market if they're not already purchased lots. So I kind of drive back on McNeil Drive, and I'm going to go into the northern section of McNeil Drive. Again, just a quick look, as much as you can see from a golf cart, which is not very much. But I wanted to highlight this because people are talking about trying to get a lot along the golf course. And so that is this whole section over to the right. But here I am, I'm turning into the Wellpoint above McNeil Drive, which is really come along a long way since I've been in here before. A lot was under construction, and there's a lot of nice homes in here. A lot of homes with pools. Now, some of that can be deceiving, and you will see here that there are some parking lots, and that's that Street of Dreams where they have model homes. They need places to park with the realtor or yourself meeting people over there. But I really wanted to show this area does look really good. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised because the initial parts I believe it was Sophie's Point, which we're going to come up to at the end of the video. But you're into this section where it's all pretty much designer homes, some pools, some fencing here and there, and they're not, doesn't look like they're all sold, but there's a number of sold. Like right here onto the left, that's a parking lot for the whole Street of Dreams. And I'm curious what they're going to do there. I know they did one down in Moultrie Creek, doing another one here. I don't know if they're doing it because they've got so many homes to sell over by the Woodlands Country Club. I shouldn't call it a country club. People are going to correct me. The Woodlands Championship Golf Course. They don't do country clubs anymore. They just do golf courses. But these homes are pretty good. And you can see some people have moved in, some people have purchased, and I've had a number of people comment they've purchased in Wellpoint and very happy with the location because it's very close. Now this is the side that we're on, and you can see right here there's a lot of homes in this section, and you can see the parking lot for the Street of Dreams homes, which are along the water here around that loop. And you can see another parking lot on the other side of that water. But just to give you a feel for how much this has filled in. And then as we keep turning on the right, you will eventually see the Pitch and Putt, I think it's Laurel Oak. And then you can see the courts a little bit of the recreation, well, the Postal Center and the swimming pool for Wellpoint. So this has come along a long ways. It's always hard to envision when you're in a new area and it's just lots or the construction's just beginning. These homes are pretty much done and selling. So I would imagine that if you're interested in any homes in here, now they're not all done. I'm going to go down a road that's clearly they're just finishing up putting these in. I kind of do loop around a similar area trying to give you a view of what these homes are. This is the street that I went down that, you know, when you can see porta potties and stuff, the homes aren't done yet. Doesn't mean they're not sold. They're just not completely finished. Down here there was some construction still going on, and these houses were still being worked on. So there's plenty to be sold here, and I think Wellpoint is a well-positioned spot. It's not too far from Magnolia Plaza. We can get gas and groceries and the rest. And it's about equal distance away from Eastport, which everyone is getting hyped up over Eastport. A lot of confusion there, though. Some people think, oh, I want to buy in Eastport. You can't necessarily buy in Eastport. I was in the sales office, and people were saying, oh, all of this is Eastport. And they were looking at Moultrie Creek, Water's Edge. They were looking at a whole, and I explained each one of these is a village. And they quite didn't understand it. Now I'm going to throw in here that, see, here's some nice pools that have been put in. There's a pool on the other side. Clearly that blue house, people are moving in. And I found the homes to be really nice. It just, you know, it's going to grow up. The trees are going to grow up, all that stuff. So you kind of have to come, you know, to expect that. That's just something that you're going to get. I guess my point was I was going to make, and I just want to leave you with this. The Wellpoint around the Woodlands Golf Course is going to be very popular. And it's going to be easy for the villages to do these one-day sales where everybody's picking lots and then they release them all, and then you either take it or you don't take it. You've already pre-planned on how you're going to do that. That's going to be a big win for the villages because those are much more premium spots, and people are going to be lining up for those. But I just want to caution you too. Somebody asked me in the comments, Gary, what's the next future area? Well, clearly, Edenfield, which is next to Well Point. Edenfield is getting really close. They're out there working on they finished all the sewer lines and water lines. They've kind of got the lots mapped out. There's another championship golf course in the middle of that is closer to Eastport than Well Point. And I think the same thing's going to happen as what's happening around the Woodlands is going to happen around that golf course. And Edenfield, if anybody's watching my videos, I have picked that as the hot spot. Now, clearly Edenfield's a pretty big area, but I think if you get around the golf course, you'd be very happy in that section. You don't have to be on the golf course, but I think that area being close to Eastport, which I have to tell you, the fever for Eastport is really, really high. People are really looking at it, and I think it's different than, when Brownwood opened up. Lake Sumter Landing was there, and people were like, oh, it's just another town. Eastport, the dynamics of that seem and the spell that's going to be different and maybe bigger, and there's just a lot of look at that as the big next step, big future, maybe a bigger step than a normal town square. I think that's something that I want to. There's Sophie's Point. I did a video on Sophie's Point, and pretty much this is it for Well Point. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, if you'd like to keep updated as to what's coming out next. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.